Hello and welcome to the Aston Martin Valour Track Day event. First, let's look at those costs. You'll need all threes for upgrades, almost 1.6 million R dollars, 379 gold. Once it's all said and done, almost 1.4 million R dollars and 324 gold. And I mean the exact costs are there on the screen. Now, we're just going to do a handful of races that are difficult ones that would be giving people trouble, like this one, which could really mess you up. Because here I am getting near the end of the race and I'm like, whoa, wait a second. I've got to pass 3 more cars, so I decided to cut, and look, this doesn't look very promising. So you can't do it that way. You can't try to pass 6 unique cars. So I'm going to show you how you finish this one. You're going to see this right away. There's the big scary red banner. Let's do this over again. Okay, so I'm going to catch up to the first guy here very quickly. We're going to speed through this a little bit because I'm not allowed to pass him for a while. By the way, who can tell me what is on the guidance system there, navigation system in the screen? I was going to look it up, but it's definitely not Suzuka. It's definitely not Japan. It's probably England. Could be a countryside in Great Britain, I'm assuming. But yeah, let me know. Someone should know. I was trying to look at the highway numbers, but I figured, you know what, someone's going to know. So you can just pass this guy and then let him pass you again. And do that again and again and again. Another guy's getting right behind me. I could let him pass me and then overtake both of them. There you go. So suddenly this is very easy when you realize that. And people are going to ask me, did you do any bot slowing? No, not at all. No bot slowing, no bot management. I decided to go pretty hard because that's what I like to do. I like to see, is this going to get difficult? And then I tell you guys. Now, I didn't find anything here really that difficult, but it does get to be a little bit challenging at points, which I actually like. This one's interesting. We've got a maximum speed we can't go over, and I realize that some people might find this challenging. So you definitely want to, I find manual controls are better because if you're going to use automatic acceleration, you got to be hammering the brakes constantly to stop yourself from going over. Here, I can just feather the throttle to go close to going over. Switching to miles per hour might be easier to see, but I was just keeping it kind of right around, like maxing out at 230. And yeah, you can see here, maybe I could have probably done the pit maneuver on this guy, but that's okay. This will even out eventually. I was trying to get him to hit the brakes. That's a little bit excessive there. But by the end of this race, time is actually tight for me. So I don't know if I just wasn't taking the corners fast enough, wasn't quite sure where to brake, but I'm including this one because this one was a little bit touchy. And then we'll get into some other ones that were definitely more challenging. If you saw my video for the Zenvo Aurora Tour, you know that I've been sick and not been doing well, so you can still hear it in my voice if you know if you know me, and a lot of people do, and they're probably going to question this. Interesting, for part of this event, I had an ocular migraine, which means there was swirly lights in the way, and it was hard to drive because I couldn't really see, so I had to stop and take some headache pills to stop that. Don't drive with an ocular migraine, it's not good. But I'm doing okay now. So some of my driving looks questionable. It might be that I just couldn't see the car very well. There was some Laguna Seca. I found all of Laguna Seca very easy. Everything to do with stage 1 I found very easy. Yeah, I don't recall being challenged there, so I didn't include any of that. This one is definitely going to be tripping some people up. Continuous slipstream. So here's the problem. Once you get into a corner and you get too close to the bot, he's going to start to try to lose you. I'll show you this. So going down here, I've got a nice continuous stream going on, and it's nowhere near accurate. I'm sure you guys, my regular viewers, know exactly what the unit of measure is. It's definitely not what they say it is. So right here, I'm too close. Watch. He tries to lose me. I'm losing him. We brake draft or slipstream. And you're definitely not going to be able to keep it going here. And he's trying to get around this guy. So I want to shove the Senna around the Porsche. But you can't get damaged, so you got to be careful. Don't get too rough. But I do want him to pass. There we go, I got him to pass. And what you want to do is set up the downhill section, all right? So get really close to Eric. Now he's going to really slow down at the top of the mountain here. He's going to over-brake this. Don't hit him. I failed at the exit of the mountain section here because I was too close and I hit him. So don't hit him. And don't get super close because he'll start to try to lose you. So just watch carefully what I do here. I'm setting this up. I'm not going to get too close. I'm going to feather my throttle to keep a bit of distance. Watch. Okay, so watch as I gain. I'm going to back off a little bit. I don't want to get too close because he's going to lose me. See that? I'm feathering. Because if I get too close, he's going to try to lose me. And we're getting to the braking zone. No problem. There you go, guys. That's how you do that one. And then this one, average speed. I was surprised. First attempt, but I got a little bit worried. Some of you might want to use wall riding tricks if you're having trouble. I'll show you those later on in this video. This is not a long video. I'm not going to do the whole event for you. Honestly, I'm just going to save my voice a bit because I found a lot of it easier, and this is starting to hurt my voice. So I'm not going to talk a lot, but I'm kind of surprised that this was this difficult. Because you're going to notice, like, I don't hit average speed really until quite a lot later. And I'm being careful. Like, that's kind of a proper braking point. A little bit late to the gas there. So, yeah, I was a little bit late to the gas. Here, that's pretty good. Oop, stepped out a little bit. That's a mistake, but not huge. I'm being really critical here of myself. There, I'm keeping it pretty good. Now I got to contend with him, and it's not a good spot to do that. Oh, tag the wall, so that's going to throw me off a little bit. But still, I haven't even hit average speed once yet. So that's a little bit disconcerting. And I couldn't remember if it said no off track. A lot of these were. So I could have done a wall ride right here, but I thought, I don't want to do that. I want to show you guys how to do it legit, and only use tricks if I have to. In a required PR event, you shouldn't have to use tricks. So, yeah. So let's just see this here. Like, where is it? 209 something. There we go. Nicely into there. But I'm already losing it pretty fast. I will maybe overbrake that a little bit. Okay, building again. And then it's going to plummet for this corner. Drive out. Eesh, that's not a lot of extra. Like 2 kilometers an hour extra. It's not very much. All right, and then this one, finishing each lap in 1:45. So I'm going to do the first lap nice and clean, and then the second lap I'll get a little bit crazy with it. And we'll just see if it makes that much of a difference. Notice how the timer didn't start? Now, if this is really difficult, you could just wait till everyone's really gapped out. But I'm not going to bother doing that. I'd rather get myself climb positions, see how hard this is. Just push it. Okay, so there's the Porsche. Get around you, give him a little nudge to get him to hit the brakes. Oops, almost gave myself a pit maneuver. Driving across the front end there. Gotta be careful. That's probably an Aston Martin. Pretty sure it is. Yep. That's what you'd expect. Really drive out of this corner nice. I'm just starting to feel more comfortable in that corner after years of feeling like I didn't know what I was doing there. Such a strange corner because it's a left-hand turn, but it feels like 2 left-hand turns, and then it's going up. So it's almost like a reverse corkscrew. You know what's funny is that the Laguna Seca corkscrew is not a corkscrew. A corkscrew goes round and around and around. It doesn't go left and then right. It just goes right. And so that's weird. Anyway, kind of funny. Now we're blasting down here. I haven't really made much mistakes. Pretty minor stuff, like just maybe not really optimized here and there, but I wouldn't say I made big mistakes. So we'll just see what I got for time. Braking just when that curb's ending. Maybe that's a bit, it's not bad. It doesn't feel bad. It felt nice and controlled. So that's a good thing. And braking pretty much when I'm getting to that curb. 141, 2, 3. Okay, very, very low 3s. Now, let's get a little bit crazy with it. Might have said no damage, so maybe this is going to get me in trouble, but hey, what's wrong with a little trouble here and there? So we're going to do some wall riding and see what that actually does for my time. You know, in the old days, you could actually do this during time trials, like stuff like this. Oh, that was violent. That one I don't know if I ever did during a time trial. This one coming up, I did do in the old days. And it's possible you could still do this in the regular time trials, not the ones that pay gold. You can actually still get away with extremely small wall contact in time trial competitions. Like, I mean, so slight you'd barely know it was. But that's why they had to make the walls so super sensitive, because people were wall riding and doing all sorts of stuff, and that's not in the true spirit of racing. So I get it. The big wall ride here, man, that didn't really feel like that one helped me. But we'll see. We'll see how much time that saves me. And then you'll know if you need to do something crazy like that or not. Getting a pretty ridiculous lead. Like, I'm pretty sure it's going to be 1 kilometer here in a bit. Oh, yeah, there you go. There's 1 kilometer right there. Oh, my. That's a horrendous lead in a good way. Yeah, that was okay. That wasn't optimal, but that was okay. All right, so we're going to save 2 seconds. What do you figure? I think I'm going to save about 2 seconds. 1, yep, pretty much 2 seconds. A little bit short of that. Okay, well, there you go, guys. Please like, please subscribe. Pretty easy event. There's some tips and tricks for you. Hope you get yours. Don't forget, there's a free livery you can apply as soon as you do this. Bye-bye now.